I came across this supplement called Gluco Armor, which sometimes also goes by glycosafe, and it's promoted as a way to help with blood sugar support. The company really leans on the fact that it has plant-based ingredients. These are all herbs and botanicals you usually hear about in traditional wellness. But I found myself wondering if every single ingredient really plays a big role, or if some of them are just there to make the formula look more impressive. That's one of the big questions for me. Has this exact formula ever been tested? It's one thing to have studies on a single herb, but it's another thing entirely to know how ingredients interact together in one capsule. And of course, effectiveness is always going to vary person to person, especially when you factor in diet, exercise, or if someone is already on medication for blood sugar. Speaking of medications, safety is another concern. I couldn't find a clear explanation of how the company ensures it won't cause issues if you're already taking prescription drugs for diabetes or related conditions. There's no obvious third-party testing or certification mentioned either, which would normally be something I'd want to see for reassurance about purity and safety. On the customer side, the website makes a big point of saying they've had no complaints, which sounds almost too good to be true. Usually, with any product, especially in the supplement space, you'd expect at least some mixed reviews. It made me wonder how transparent they're being with actual customer feedback. Looking around outside their site, reviews seem pretty limited, so it's hard to get a full picture of how people really feel about it. And then there's the price. At $79 a bottle, this is definitely on the high end compared to other supplements that claim to do something similar. The company also pushes people to buy several months' worth, saying you need at least 4 months of consistent use. Maybe that's because herbal products can take time to show effects, but it also feels like a convenient way to get people to commit to spending more. Overall, Gluco Armor comes across as polished and appealing at first glance, but once you dig in, there are a lot of unanswered questions about whether the formula is really backed by solid science, how safe it is alongside medications, and whether the price justifies the potential benefits.